Hello, let's talk about this new unit. We are going to learn the ecosystems a little bit different, okay, with a new system. You are going to watch these videos at home, and in class we're going to work a little bit about these videos, the information in these videos, okay? Let's talk about this unit 4, as you can see here, unit 4, ecosystems, okay? What is an ecosystem? So, an ecosystem, it's part of what we learned before, the living things, plus some non-living things. Please think about examples of, well, living things. Easy, right? Living things are animals, fungi, yes, bacteria, plants. No, we learned about living things these last units, and now on non-living things we are going to see, like, for example, you see some living things like animals, organisms, and plants, and plus some non-living things like, for example, the air, the water, the temperature, the weather. Okay, the rocks, the soil, the sun, okay? This kind of thing. So, all together are ecosystems. Like these ones, these are examples of ecosystems, okay? You can see a little bit better this one, because here, I'm here, so, let's see, for example, this one. This one, it's like, the mountains are non-living things, no? What else? The stones are non-living things. The trunk is non-living thing. When it was a plant, it was part of a living thing, but now it's non-living thing. And then also living things like, for example, the grass, the flowers, the worms. You see the worms over here? Then the wolves, the bears, the vultures, okay? All this. And this is a marine ecosystem, okay? You can see a little bit so, but here, like, for example, the sharks, the clownfish, the starfish, the corals, okay, the algae. Those are living things living in the water. Water is non-living thing. No, the rocks, the soil, the sunlight, okay, those are non-living things. Now, which is the relationship between living things in an ecosystem? Well, we worked also in the last unit about relationships, remember, like the mutualism, predation. Well, there are a lot of relationships, but how are they in the ecosystem? Well, we have, as we worked in the last unit, remember, species that are individuals, population, a group of individuals of the same species, and community, like, for example, the clownfish, and then a group of living things, a group of individuals. Here it's a group of clownfish, and then community. It's all together, like group of clownfish, group of turtles, group of sharks, group of, no? All together, that's a community. And here, for example, in this drawing, it's very good, no? You have one living thing, one species, it's one individual, an organism. Here you have a gazelle, for example. Population, it's a group of gazelles. Then community, it's a group of gazelles plus a group of zebras and a group of vultures, group of lions, for example, no? And here the ecosystem, that this is something that is new for us now in this unit, is a group of communities living with non-living things also, like, for example, the sun, here, the sun, the clouds, the temperature, the rocks, the water, okay, non-living things, the soil, no? Okay, that's the ecosystem. Living thing plus non-living thing. Then, interaction of living things. What are the interactions between different living things? Well, we have to know that some living things are producers. It means that they don't need other living things to live, because they produce their own food, like, for example, the algae or the plants usually are producers. Now, the consumers are animals or living things that eat, or to do the nutrition, they need other living things. Usually, some producers, ¿vale? Por eso there is este process. Ahora vamos a ver, ¿no? Los producers, they produce their own food, then the consumers, they eat producers, or también they eat also other consumers, and decomposers que se alimentan de los consumers o producers que están ya descompuestos, ¿vale? Entonces they just eat, like for example over here, mira, in this picture se ve muy bien, ¿no? Producers, for example, plant, it makes their own food. Then a caterpillar, a snake, and an owl, are consumers. These animals that are consumers, why? Because the owl consumes snakes. Sí, pero los dos son consumers, yes. Yes, of course, they are consumers, because the owl needs the snake needs caterpillars or mice, no? Or, I don't know, just rabbits, for example. And caterpillar is a consumer also because it needs the plant. But the plant, it doesn't need another living thing. It needs the sun, no? And the water. It needs just non-living things to live. And then the decomposers. The decomposers, do the nutrition with the consumers or the producers when they are dead, and they eat that, okay? And then when these are dead, cuando se mueren los decomposers, sirven de alimento y producen nutrients for the producers. That's why they are all related, ¿vale? Los producers, they make their own food, no necesitan otros, pero producen comida para los consumers. Los consumers comen o producers o también los propios consumers. And then, los consumers, when they are dead, son comida para los decomposers, ¿vale? And los decomposers, cuando se mueren también, ¿vale? They produce nutrients. They are good for the producers. Remember the plants need sunlight, they need oxygen or carbon dioxide, and they need nutrients and water. Pues esos nutrients, they are made by decomposers, ¿vale? So están all related, ¿vale? Pues es interaction. Interaction es interacción entre todos los living things, okay? So this was lesson 1. I hope you like it, and you can watch this video as many times as you want, but it's very important that you understood, okay? So, bye bye.